This election represented to me the first election in 80 years where there was not going to be an incumbent president or vice president in the race. And what a rare opportunity. I mean, I don't think we as a sector have even begun to grasp the rare opportunity that is right in front of us right now. When we started the Nonprofit Congress, for me, that was the whole idea of the Nonprofit Congress, was if we could start to explore the concept of a unified voice, what would it be like if we could actually find common ground? Now, historically, many nonprofits have felt we don't have enough in common. You know, literally, what is a church, the synagogue, the mosque? What is the university, the art gallery, second helpings? What is all your programs? What do you have in common? We're too diverse to find common ground. We can be regulated at the city, the state, or the federal level without our active participation. No other industry in America of our size and scope would not have an active, organized voice to counter, protect potentially harmful legislation. And we don't have that. That to me is mind-boggling, that we allow 1/10 of our economy, 1/10 of our economy, which is, by the way, the economic equivalent of India. You know, the nonprofit sector, I say this every time I speak, the nonprofit sector in America would be the 7th biggest economy on the planet if it was a country. Yet we don't have a say in the smallest town's budget process. That's what we got to step into. Many of you, understandably, if you have a candidate in front of you, you're going to try and get them to focus on your individual cause, AIDS, arts, housing, whatever. What would it be like if rather than going that kind of balkanized and keeping ourselves divided, what would happen if we adopted an all boats must rise strategy? What would happen if we asked candidates for the President of the United States, how would you partner with us as a sector? We represent 10% of the economy. We have $3 trillion in assets combined. $295 billion in annual revenue coming in from Joe and Jane, regular people who give money to us to do our work. 80 million volunteers annually. For the first time all around America, we're starting to realize we're all nonprofits together. And we can't do this just us. You know, we have to organize ourselves to have a voice at the table. You know, which one of you who wants our vote understands us, recognizes what we can contribute, sees our potential power, has a vision for how they will channel our energy? On Martin Luther King Day, the 21st, I launched the V3 movement. And the idea is we got to get our voices united, and every time we use our united voice, we got to speak about the value we bring to the community. And we got to talk about our vote. You know, the currency we have is that between our rank and file and the volunteers, there's 100 million of us. There's 100 million people out there in America who, for them, being part of making their community a better place, as clumsy as it might be at times, it's important to them. We need to consolidate that and really start to realize we have potential power here that we can work with. And the idea is we need to go to every single election. And the only thing we're going to do, at least to start, is ask one simple question. One question. You know, how would you partner with the nonprofit sector in your city, your state, this country? How would you partner with the nonprofit sector? But how would you strengthen the sector to be a good partner to achieve your vision? That's all we're asking. But the reality is there is a profound simplicity in this question because it will reveal which candidate really has a firm grasp on how rich their community is. It's one thing to say, I love this community and I want to lead it. It's another thing to say, I respect all the people who contribute money to nonprofits in this community. You know, I admire all the people who give their time to the nonprofits. And I really respect the sweat equity, the time, the life that many people have put into making the nonprofit sector in this town, this city, this state, and what it is. I want to be your elected representative because I have a vision how we can work together. We can make this a great community, and it's going to take a lot of work, but if you elect me, I will help pull this together, and I'll focus it so that this town's nonprofit sector, along with the business community, along with the foundation community, the government, we're working together to take complete control of all the assets in our town to make this a great city. We have that power, and that's what we got to own.